Here we are.
Here we are.
With yet another live stream. Fun stuff.
Yes.
So, you know that we got a lot to talk about this week.
We do. Choose your own adventure.
Talking about, last week we were talking about Choose Your Own Adventure novels, and somehow or another we got off on a tangent.
We were talking about the Pina Colada song and Rupert Holmes and how he did the Mystery of Edward Drood and how it was a Choose Your Own Adventure musical.
That's right. That's how we got there.
That's how we got there.
I can't remember how we got there. So
it was Rupert Holmes' fault.
So this week we were recording, and we decided that maybe we could do a Choose Your Own Adventure for the listeners. We would do two different versions of the same song.
Yeah.
Mainly because we had an old guitar we wanted to try out. And
one of my grandfather's guitars.
Yeah.
And we wanted to see how it sounded, but we wanted to make sure that we could get a good quality recording of it.
Because it's not an acoustic electric. It's just an acoustic guitar. So we wanted to mic it up and make sure that with this particular song it would actually work. So we had actually done a version with
your Zager.
Our Zager first, and then we decided we wanted to try second guitar, and we just picked it up and we went through it again on the same recording.
Yep, just right there together.
Right there together.
One right after the other.
And then we asked you guys, the listeners, to listen to them and tell us which version you appreciated more.
Yeah, also,
or less,
I have a question.
Or what you liked about
I have a question right
one.
now at the beginning of this live that you can guess which version I liked better before we even decided that we were going to do the Choose Your Own Adventure. I liked one of these takes slightly better than the other. So I'll ask you, let's have a little poll, which version do you think I like better, and we'll see who gets it right. I mean, it's a 50-50
version 1
chance
or 2.
You get it right. Version 1 or 2. Yeah. Yeah.
And so, hey, Squeaky and Mark and Wolfgang Rookie and Guadalele and Metaview Man.
Hey, y'all.
Y'all are looking
Welcome.
good too. I bet you guys are looking good. I don't know. I wish it was a two-way.
Like a Zoom
call.
Zoom call.
With like 100
Maybe
people.
Maybe we could do that sometime. Maybe like once we get our
Zoom call
Patreon
some people.
set up, we could
little
actually
Patreon thing, like Zoom
do
call.
a Zoom call with everybody and see how everybody's for real
I think
doing.
it maxes out at like 10.
Well, that would keep it for the top tier Patreon.
Yep,
then, wouldn't
top Patreon. So, hey, Jimmy Wells, Metaview Man, all the peoples.
Everybody's geared
Right
up
on.
for this 219. They're like,
219.
let's go.
They
Let's go.
got some Tom Waits fans. Any Tom Waits fans in the house?
Yeah.
I'm a Tom Waits fan.
Yeah, I like him.
Who's
I like his songs, his songwriting. I have a limited bandwidth for his vocal style.
Yes, I do as also.
I enjoy it,
I
but
very
it's
much like his
just a
songwriting.
limited
I
bandwidth.
am gonna go out on a limb, and after saying, I got some things to share about 219 the song today, and I'm gonna say that it is top tier Americana, top tier
For sure.
I mean, it has got so much going on in there. And we only sang you only sang 3 of the 4 verses.
All the tropes. Yes. Yep.
I like the 3 that you chose the best.
Yeah.
By the way.
Yeah. So for those of you who are just joining us, we're taking a little poll on if you did your Choose Your Own Adventure with 219 and you like one version better or the other. I actually liked one of the versions better than the other one, just slightly. But we're kind of taking a little poll, seeing which one you guys think I liked better. And I'll reveal at the end. You may have to remind me that I'm trying to do this.
I will tell you this much. Hey, Katie, I'm glad you made it. Put down the paintbrush. So, I will say that in the comment sections anyway, there's a slight lean to the second version.
Yes.
Which I want to talk about. I want to talk about the song. I want to talk about the versions, the differences, and I want to talk about. Hopefully, we don't run too long tonight.
Yeah, we can't because the chickens have to go to bed. So we
however,
have to go put them to
I
bed.
want to talk about the guitars too.
Okay,
'cause that's
let me.
One of the biggest differences between
Let me
the two
do this
versions.
one thing before we get too far ahead of ourselves because I forget. This was a retro Sunday shout out.
Sunday shout out.
Yep.
Retro.
So I need to go to
Flashback. Flashback.
Yes. Wow. Okay. No. Next one, please. All right, so this went out originally to
Ooh, Ashley's impression of Tom Waits. Yeah, we got to do that.
Ooh.
I'll give you mine.
to
But
Lucas
you know I will.
Tricolor 14. So this shout out is going back out to Lucas Tricolor 14. We hope you re-enjoyed your shout out, and we hope everybody came along with us for our Choose Your Own Adventure shout out, the first of its kind in the history of the shout outs.
The first of its kind.
Yeah.
How did you guys like the Choose Your Own Adventure? Did you
enjoy
like
that?
trying to spot the difference? I know that some people had a lot of fun trying to spot the differences.
I kind of had fun, and I was there.
Yeah, I kind of had fun too. Like I kind of had fun. We might have to do this maybe one more often. Maybe not
Maybe
every
so
week,
often,
but
maybe, yeah.
once every 6
It's
or
a
8
little
weeks or
extra
something.
work for everybody,
But it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
fun.
Hopefully, you guys had a lot of fun, like spotting the differences and trying to decide which version you like better.
That was my favorite thing.
subtleties of it all.
Did you ever, like in a doctor's office or something, did you ever see, for kids, there's the highlights magazine?
I didn't have to see it in the doctor's office.
And there was
it was
did you
in school.
subscribe to it?
No, I wanted
Did
to
you-
subscribe to it.
My
but,
grandmother
yeah.
subscribed to it, and she
Nice.
got me on it for like a year. But in it, there was a spot the differences
Yes,
thing.
of
That was
course.
my favorite.
It was great.
In the entire.
I still get suckered
thing.
in when I see them on Facebook.
Yeah, and there's game
And on
advertisements. I'm like,
Facebook,
no, you
there's
might
like
get me with a
Facebook. There's
spot
like
the
they have
differences.
clickbait ones
I
where there's no
know.
difference.
Rude.
And you'll sit there looking for a while.
I
and then,
know.
It's like, yeah.
It's terrible, but they
Clickbaity.
have full-on games like dedicated to this. Like charcuterie boards are the Lunchables for adults. Those games, the find the differences, are the highlights
Yeah.
for adults. So I'm a little bit here for it.
Yeah. So how did we come to 219 originally? Do you remember how we first heard this particular song?
I remember how I heard this first particular song. So I don't
But-
know if you had a different experience or if
I don't
it's a
think I
shared
did.
experience.
Was it because of Jerry Douglas?
It definitely was.
It was.
Yeah, it was
Me
Jerry
too.
Douglas. Cause, yeah.
The Jerry
and Jerry
Douglas
Douglas.
version.
How did we come to Jerry Douglas?
Through Tedeschi Trucks, man.
Yes, he was opening
Yeah.
for them. And I cried and asked for a set list and got one.
Yeah.
It's a whole
You
story.
played beautifully.
We don't even have to go to there, but well, it'll be a story for another day.
Yeah,
That
story
was
for
fun.
another time. Through the Jerry Douglas. Jerry Douglas has a great version.
And that is the version that I followed. He does the 3 verses that I chose.
Yeah.
Because I
Okay.
came to it his way, and I did know that there was a 4th verse. When we first picked up the song, I had forgotten that there was a 4th verse. And when I went to kind of delve into the song, I was like, dang, there's a whole nother verse. And then I reacquainted myself with it and was reminded, yeah, I knew this. I did. So, do you want to hear the verse? I wrote it down.
No, but I bet they would like to hear
Yeah, so
it. I mean, I
don't wanna hear it.
I mean, I don't want to hear it. Nope. Shh. Stop.
you guys can go look it up later.
Can you sing it?
No, I don't want to.
Can you perform it in your best Tom Waits voice?
No, thank you.
Can you read it in a Tom Waits voice?
That seems like it would damage my voice, and
I'll
I'm
read
not
it in
here
a
for
Tom
that.
Waits voice.
Yeah, you can. I don't know that you can read my writing.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Is this it right here?
Yeah.
Now I've always been... I can't do
No.
it now.
No,
I've always been
no,
puzzled.
stop. I'm just going to say it so you can understand it. Now, I've always been puzzled by the yin and the yang. It'll come out in the wash, but it always leaves a stain. Strum and drang, the luster and the sheen, my baby leaving town on the 219.
The luster and the sheen. I actually like that part.
Yeah,
I think that would be a really great lyric. It's a really great lyric.
it is.
So,
Is he talking about the train there?
the luster and the sheen.
Is that like the engine?
Oh,
It's
no, I
pretty.
think, but what's it? No, I don't know. I'll tell you, I don't want to go into it just yet, because
Okay.
I got a lot.
All right.
I got a lot
just,
to share.
Just share. Go into
Okay,
it.
so 219.
219.
Versus, I labeled this particular video 219 versus 219. And I did the 219 without a colon, and
Yes.
the 219 like the time.
It is with it.
So you were going with the time.
It is the time of the train. Is it
It
the
is
number
the time
of the train?
That's correct.
Is it both the number of the train
Yes.
too?
Which is what makes it a great Americana story.
That is
it's
so
not.
even better.
It is actually not, in this particular instance, probably the 219 train. However, there's a huge significance in blues and Americana to the 219 train.
Tell me. I don't know this
you ready for this?
story. Yes.
Okay, so
I choose your version of the story.
let's go with the time version first.
Yes. Colon.
219. The 219 was a 219 a.m. train, which means that if you're leaving on a 219 a.m. train and you're leaving your baby standing there, it's kind of a this, right? The
Yeah.
platform's cold. There's not many people
Yeah.
around, and you're just kind of like, bye.
And it's after
I'm
the
out.
midnight train to
After the
Georgia
midnight
has
train.
gone.
Yeah, and there's,
Yeah.
nothing happens good after midnight.
We've covered this, yeah.
Yeah, so you got a lot of, it's like an added little slap in the face.
Why is there a train leaving town at 2 a.m?
'Cause
Is
they
this
leave
like
at
a
all
cargo
hours.
train?
They leave at all hours. However, here is where I've really started to go deep.
Let's go.
And I'm really liking it.
Hyperfixation activated.
The actual 219 train, number 219, not 219 a.m.,
Yes.
was a train that went from New Orleans westbound
Okay.
to the boom towns of Fort Worth, Dallas, etc.
Okay.
Oil towns.
Okay.
Boom towns.
Okay.
Okay.
From New Orleans.
From New Orleans. Specifically, so first before we get into the specifics of it, it dates back in 219, reference to the 219 train in blues music to the early 19th century. So we're talking like 20s, 30s, 40s.
Okay.
References in blues. Okay. And specifically,
So we're talking like Sawn House.
we're talking like, there's a song called the 219 Blues, and it's also Mammy's Blues.
This. I haven't heard this.
Mammy's Blues.
Okay.
So it's the song, the basically the 219 song.
Okay.
Okay, and the train itself left New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
Oftentimes
Bound for Texas.
Bound for Texas. Oftentimes, it was especially noted that in the time of New Orleans, brothels shutting down and kind of coming
House
to
of the
end.
Rising Sun.
Yeah, here's a tie-in, right?
Yeah.
So as the brothels started to simmer down in like, they had these boom
They
towns.
ever really simmered down.
Well, they had these boom towns. The law was clamping
Maybe
down.
they had a crackdown
The law
on
was
them,
clamping
yeah,
down.
okay.
So a lot of times the sex workers would travel on the trains out the 219 out to like, and it was also big for musicians and entertainers.
The lower class.
Because the boomtown people had a lot of money to spend.
Okay, all right.
So they would go to these
All right.
towns on the 219 and they'd
Okay.
come back on the 217. So 217 came into New Orleans, 219 went to the boomtowns.
All right.
Yeah. So it
Very
was like,
interesting.
so when they would sing the 219 blues or My Baby's Leaving on a 219, it'd be like, okay, it has a lot of implications now.
Do you think like his baby was maybe a sex worker then?
Possibly
Like,
could have been.
Perhaps.
He could have been, like, I'm sure that Tom
Like,
Waits.
maybe he
Tom
had-
Waits is known for being like a,
He's a rebel's rebel.
he's like the David Duchovny of musicians. Like, he's like a method actor. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like, in his writing, I think.
Right.
Like, I think when he writes, like, this is the impression that I get. He really puts himself into the characters, like, and
well,
kind of
his
immerses
whole
it.
persona is a character that he created.
A rough and tumble. Right. Yeah. So, knowing all that about it, is it very possible that it's actually both?
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's clearly in the song relating to the time,
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah.
But also, is it that clear?
I mean, nah. Also, it makes me think about the verse about lost the baby with the water and the preacher stole the bride,
Mm-hmm.
sent her for a bottle when she came back inside. She didn't have my whiskey, didn't have my gin, a hat full of feathers and a wicked grin. So it's like, okay, maybe this guy was enamored with a lady,
There's so many stories you could tell right here just on
Right.
this line, because
but trying to get married to her, and she's like, no, that
Right.
ain't for me. I'm out. Bye.
like, even the whiskey and the gin line, like these trains were known to be like kind of hellraiser trains, because there was
Okay.
a lot of entertainers
Yes.
and brothel women
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
stuff going, and then also people returning to the boom towns after being in New Orleans for the weekend.
Right.
They're going back out to like do
It's
the jobs.
the party bus
So
on a train.
There was
yeah.
it was very much mentioned that a lot of times whiskey is transporting on these trains.
It was a party train. Okay.
So
yeah.
they like the fact that like, okay, so what you do?
Now,
with
did the
whiskey,
219 leave at 219?
No, I don't know. I mean, that we don't know.
Okay.
No, but like the conditions, so I got really down in the rabbit hole. Right?
Yeah,
So the
yeah, no,
conditions
that's
on
cool.
these trains were very much overpacked.
Yeah.
lots of people going because like these towns had lots of money because
I
they
would
were oil towns. You know,
Imagine, I know in the time there was no such thing as air conditioning. You know, we're going through this heat wave now.
We're talking about
so you're talking about like
loud,
humid, because you're going from New Orleans to Texas,
and this is a major city. Like this is like a major artery right now because these are up and coming boom towns, right?
Yeah.
And they're basically like. They have to move equipment. They have to move animals. They have to move people. Like
also,
all the people are full. If there's a whole train full of people going,
Yeah.
that means that all the stuff that goes with the people's got to go.
Yes.
Plus all the stuff to sustain people that are out there.
Yes.
You know, so supplies,
Wild.
all the stuff.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So evidently, hats full of feathers might have been a form of currency.
I don't know.
I didn't go that deep with that.
I don't know. I didn't go down that rabbit hole. Sorry, Bartfest. Hey, welcome.
Hey, y'all.
Woohoo. Yeah, so that's some good stuff. Well, the red house down yonder was for, yep. Seems to be a blues theme. Falling in love with the girls of ill repute. I mean...
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, good stuff, man.
Valid.
Good stuff. I don't know. What do you guys think of the 219? Do you think... Let me ask you guys. Do you think the 219 is the time, or do you think it's the number on the train?
I think maybe yes. Although, like, now that you told me about the 219 leaving New Orleans, I feel like that might be a more credible origin for it. I feel like.
Well, people that are writing about this song or talking about the song
Well, where would
refer
you say?
to it as the time, and it is actually meant to be the time by Tom Waits because the official title
It has
is
the colon in it.
2:19, meaning the 219 train.
Okay. Well, and that also kind of makes sense because Tom himself was a California boy, is rather a California boy through and through.
Yeah.
Was born, raised, resides,
And
has
you guys
always
would have to
sort of
correct
just
me if
been
I'm wrong, but it's the
right in
219
LA.
train, not the 1419 train. So
What's the 1419?
wouldn't that be the 2 in the afternoon train?
Oh no, that makes sense.
I don't know for sure, but do
Okey-dokey.
trains run on military time, or is there 219 trains?
Oh, you're asking the
I don't
wrong
know.
person. This is not mine.
Somebody will have to research that and let us know.
Yeah.
So
So how about can I delve? Are you done with train talk?
I'm done with train talk for now.
Okay, I'm gonna go into a little bit about Tom Waits. So 219, first of all, this is not this is off of one of his later albums.
He actually he wrote the song, wasn't even the first to record it.
He was not. So he released his version of this song in 2006. But there was an earlier release in 2001, I believe. Yes, by John P. Hammond, the recording artist. Not to be confused with John Hammond, who was the producer and scout that discovered Dylan, Springsteen, and Billie Holiday.
So not the same John Hammond.
Not the same. Also, not the same John Hammond that's the fictional character in Jurassic Park that was the CEO.
Well, I didn't expect it to be Hammond.
I'm just saying, we're just covering our bases here. So, yeah, that guy did not record a version of 219 that we dredged up from a Jurassic Park, fanfic or anything. No. So, John P. Hammond, the recording artist, it's an interesting version. I was not anticipating his
vocal style to be so vastly different.
Yeah, it was very different.
So here's a question for you. Having listened to his version, John Hammond, do you think that Tom Waits modeled his version at all after Tom Hammond's version?
I do not.
Yeah.
I just don't.
He's
I
too
feel like,
individual.
yeah, he's too purposefully unique. So he actually had his beginning in folk music, more of a folk kind of styling, and he reinvented his whole everything several times over. He reinvented his musical style, he reinvented his vocal style, he reinvented the sort of content that he was writing in lyrics. He just made a whole persona over the course of a few years. And that is the Tom Waits we know and love now.
That's great.
Yeah. So he was actually inspired by his uncle's voice.
Really?
Yeah, he said his uncle had a deep gravelly voice, and he was like, "Yeah, that's
what I want.
That's what. That's the thing
I
for
like
me."
This guy already.
Yeah, he was his uncle, and he was encouraged. This is right, on the cusp of him changing his style of music and everything. He opened for Frank Zappa.
Nice.
And what is the, I forget the iteration
Mothers
of
of
his band.
Inventions?
Mothers of Invention. He opened for them to a very hostile crowd. So whoever was
he just playing acoustic, like by himself?
well,
kind of
whoever
songwriter?
was before him quit the tour, and I didn't write down who it was, sorry. Quit the tour because of the hostile crowd.
Wow.
And he got tapped to go, and he was like, okay. Or somebody was like, hey, you should get in touch with these guys, and he did, and they were like, yeah. So he went, they were like throwing food at him, like legitimately throwing fruit at him and
Wow.
whatever. So he was really kind of demoralized and shifted a few things in his life around, but then he went back on tour with them, again to a hostile crowd, but it actually helped bolster his career.
Really?
Because it gave him so much presence. It was in the time where exposure actually could help you instead of murder you. So even if you're getting pelted with fruit, evidently it helped his career. Let me see. Oh, here's interesting little tidbit. He was arrested. He and his friend were arrested in a coffee shop for fighting with the police. And then he was acquitted because he's like, no, we weren't fighting with the police. They made it up, and he was acquitted. And then
Really?
5 years later, this is how slow the wheels of justice turn. He sued them, and he was awarded a $7,500. What do you call that in the suit? He was awarded
like
reparations, basically.
Yeah.
So yeah, so they were like, not only did you do wrong, but yeah, they kind of framed you in this. So yeah, his friend. And he got arrested for a non-fight in a coffee shop. Just wild things that happened.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah. So he had, actually, I think he did a lot of little crazy things. So his wife, Kathleen Brennan, actually co-wrote this song with him.
I didn't know that was his wife.
That's
like
his
I knew
wife.
it was co-written by Kathleen Brennan,
Yes.
but I didn't realize.
So
he was
he
married
credits
to
her as his muse a lot, and
Really?
she actually does a lot of collaboration with him.
Really?
Yes, and he credits her with pushing him to be more inventive and just kind of push the envelope with his music and with his styling and with his dress and everything.
Really?
And yep. And so here's their great story. They were on a movie set because he's also an actor.
He is, and I've seen him in most recently the Ballad of Buster Scruggs.
Yes.
That I remember.
Yes. So he did a lot with Francis Ford Coppola. They were actually really close friends. So he did some soundtrack writing for people. He was good friends and had like a on again, off again relationship with Bette Midler from what I was reading. And like, so he ran in the circles of people that were doing music and making movies and putting music in movies and whatnot. And he did a lot of like the guy that plays the piano in the background of the scene, kind of a thing. And,
I like it.
he also did stage acting, and he did voiceover for a commercial. But he touted never having put music into a commercial because he considered that selling out. If you put your music in a commercial, he felt like it was devaluing his art, but he felt like doing a voiceover was perfectly acceptable.
I do like this guy.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting. And so he met his wife on a movie set. They met, were engaged, and married within 1 week. They both said it was love at first sight. They went to a 24-hour chapel in Ireland where she's
Were they married by Elvis?
No, it was in Ireland. So it might have been the little guy from Lucky Charms.
They married to be delicious.
No, that's terribly problematic. My bad. But 24-hour chapel out in Ireland, and they got married, and they have been married since 1980.
Wow.
Very happily.
Nice. Well done.
Have 3 children together.
That's like 46 years.
Yeah. Like, I'm super impressed. Also, the 2 of them have created this hedge of secrecy around their family that is like so impressive, because people are curious about celebrity, and they want to know like what makes art tick and what makes artists tick and what makes art special for the people who are making the art. And so I would say the like voyeuristic tendencies of the people in mass to try and look in the windows, so to speak, of an artist's home
Yeah.
is overwhelming. But he and Kathleen have done a bang-up job of just keeping their personal life very personal.
I didn't even know they were married, so...
They're like,
they weren't
no
up to
thank
me
you,
right
world.
off the bat.
They're like, this relationship is between us. It's not for you. Our children are not for you. Our home life is not for you. You can go catch Tom on tour.
Yeah.
I'm like, that, how exemplary. Also, he stopped and quit touring when she got pregnant with their first child. He was like, nah, I got this to do. So, like, just so much respect for how they handle their private life.
Of course, having enough money is always a good thing.
Absolutely. I mean, that's part of it. But you do see people that put their life is on display, and to each his own. That's a thing.
For sure.
But it seems like being in the public eye puts so much tension on a relationship, especially when you got a new baby. Like, that's everything
I
that
guess prying
is
eyes,
magnified.
right?
Yeah, absolutely. So I don't know. I got a lot of respect for them.
So people are having a good time in the conversation.
Yeah,
talking about trains that they've ridden.
Yeah?
Yeah. So tell me, how many trains have you ridden? Can you count them all?
3.
I can only remember 3. How many have we ridden together?
2.
2. One before me?
Oh, well, we did. Do you count like at Dolly World or at
No,
Six
like
Flags?
real trains.
I mean, that's a real train. It
No,
has a
real
whole
trains.
track. Because for trivia's sake,
Trains that can go from city to city, or used to go from city to city.
I don't know that this didn't. I actually was the spiel giver on the caboose of the train at Six Flags over Texas for a little bit of time when somebody needed a break.
But didn't you just give a spiel?
I did. I wasn't very good at it. It was one of my least favorite ones to do because you had to talk the entire time around, and it took like 20 minutes.
Think of like a few. I've ridden the train in the White Mountains. I rode the train in the White Mountains with you.
Yes.
And then I rode...
The one in Chattanooga that we almost missed.
And then we rode on the Railway Explorers. That was cool.
Oh, I didn't even
wasn't a real
count that.
train.
That wasn't a train.
That wasn't a train, but it was pretty cool.
It was really cool.
Railway Explorers, or you get to do a pedal bike down a train track.
Yeah,
So
it's
anybody
so
looking
much
for
louder
a wild,
than I
weird
thought.
adventure.
Yeah.
That's a pretty cool, fun adventure.
It was.
Yeah, for sure. So, yeah.
So
Tom Waits sounds like a very interesting
One more thing
character.
about Tom Waits, he was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2011 by Neil Young, no less.
He's,
It's pretty cool.
He's what people would call a musician or
Yeah.
musician songwriter, I think, because lots of musicians respect him.
Well, I didn't put down the exact
And
quote,
not everybody,
but you guys
like,
should
a
go
lot
look
of-
up the quote
a lot
of Neil Young, what he said when they inducted him, because he said he introduced him as like a musician, a lyricist, an actor, a magician, like all these really beautiful adjectives, or descriptors of him.
What's interesting is that almost every musician knows about him, but the casual music listener may not have heard of him.
So,
And I wonder if that's part to do because of the way that he's kind of avoided public life as well.
yeah, I think that's part for
Yeah.
well, keeping his privacy private.
So one of his first songs to be covered by another musician that I know of is a song called Old 55, which was on a very early Eagles record.
Eagles, right? Yeah.
So
What was your first introduction to Tom Waits
think-
altogether? Do you remember?
I would have to say, barring things that I don't know, I'm sure that there was probably a cover at some point.
I'm pretty sure I heard stuff like in
Covers.
soundtracks of movies or things like that, or covers that
sure.
I didn't clock as him.
When I first started to pay attention to Tom Waits was the song, there was 2 songs that kind of got to me simultaneously. And they're probably the same as you.
Probably, because I think we came to him at the same time.
The Piano Has Been Drinking.
Not me.
Yeah. So it's
I love that song.
It's a pretty funny song.
It's really
if you haven't
great.
heard it, you definitely want to check it out. It's
Yeah.
basically it's a song on a piano, and
It steadily gets
steadily
sloppier
gets
and
worse
sloppier.
and the lyrics fall apart.
It's fantastic.
And basically,
It is a description
the
of 1,000
narrator
places
slash
we've been
singer-
in too.
Yeah, the narrator slash singer is saying that the piano's been drinking.
Not me.
It's not him.
Yeah, so it
the
is...
reason things are falling apart is the piano.
Legitimately,
So
the title of the song is "The Piano Has Been Drinking," and like begin parentheses, not me in parentheses.
Yes,
so that's the whole
it's a
title.
very well written song.
Yeah.
So and then at the same time, I was getting familiar with a song cover by the Government Mule.
Yes.
There was a song called "Going Out West."
Yes, so it's exactly the same experience because I think we did come to them.
Going out west where the wind blows cold.
It's a great song. Like I
He
really
has
like
oddly specific mentions in his song, which are very like it just
You
nails
have to Google
nails
it.
you to a time and place a lot of
Yeah.
times though.
Yeah.
And like in this song, like like the whole. I mean, like it puts you on the train platform. The song.
Oh, 219,
It really
yeah, for sure.
We've already covered. So we've covered some other songs by Tom Waits through the years. Shout out, Chocolate Jesus.
Chocolate Jesus, which we got some backlash about because we did.
Pretty funny.
We did Chocolate Jesus for Easter, which I guess some people like. If you want to be offended, you're going to be offended no matter what's happening.
Yes.
So, and we actually got like verbally unfollowed for another thing that we did that somebody likened to an election, and I'm like, y'all, we picked this a long time in advance. Yeah, but we picked it in advance, knowing that. Not knowing what the turnout of the election was going to be. We didn't know what it was because we pre-recorded it, but we thought it would be kind of tongue-in-cheek for whoever wins would, it's good to be king. So we made somebody mad, you know. So Chocolate Jesus made somebody
doing
mad.
Your thing's gonna make people mad.
It does.
Just playing music's gonna make people mad.
Yeah, that kind of makes me sad.
Covering songs actually makes people mad because
does.
like they think it's an affront to their version or their favorite sometimes, or whatever. And
it's just our little spin on
it's just
things.
our things and how what we like. We
really it's
try
to give
do
a
our
nod
thing.
to the song most of the time. We're just like, hey, this song deserves a different tilt of the spotlight.
So we did another Tom Waits cover fairly recently. I can't put the name on it quite right. It's like Feels Like Rain, something rain.
Oh, Make It Rain. Make It Rain. Yeah, gotta make
Lost
it rain.
all my money.
Yep. No, I very much enjoy that song.
Make It Rain is pretty much a staple of our live sets.
Yeah, I
219
really
had
like it.
previously been a staple of our live sets.
Yeah, and I see it's one of those songs too that even if it falls off for a little while, it feels really
fun to bring back.
Every so often.
They're fun. They're fun.
It doesn't
covers.
fit in every venue though. That's one of the things because it does require a little bit of peppiness in the vocal arena, I guess, that doesn't suit everywhere. So I have fun with it though. It's a good fun.
It's got a little attitude that maybe
it does.
Maybe they don't appreciate on a Sunday brunch.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe they would. We'll wake them up a little bit from their mimosa coma.
Yeah, buddy. So
all right.
Let's talk about the guitars in this shout out.
Let's talk about the guitars in this shout
out. The first version featured the
Zager
Zad 900, which has basically been my go-to axe.
It's Old Faithful for the last couple of years.
Old Faithful for the last couple of years, yep. Young Faithful, probably more like it, but because it's new.
Just a baby.
So that's featured in most of the shout-outs lately.
Yeah, well, that's
very versatile guitar. It's a standard, Dreadnought cutaway.
Yep, and part of the reason for that too is
new electronics.
You
and
did
new
get
sound.
an endorsement through Zager, and they built that guitar for you, and you got it sent out. I mean, like it was for you. You said this is what I want. And they said let's put it together for Dave Beth, and they did.
So you know what? Talk for a second. I'm gonna go grab the guitar.
Okay.
To show.
All right. So we got booted from the feed for just a second because our recording device also accepts calls, and because it had a call coming in, it kicked us off the feed for a second. So we've got it reinitiated, and Dave said he's gonna go get the guitars to show you. We forward think a lot, but we did not forward think on showing you the guitars, and he has to go to the other room to get them. So it'll be just a minute until he gets back. So you guys are stuck with me here. Just me. Here he comes.
Everybody could probably hear the fan blowing as I was going up and down the stairs. So, is everybody back?
Now we are. We're back.
We're back.
So
I'm going to tell you some things about this guitar that maybe you don't even know.
Tell me some things
First,
about
you tell
this
me what
guitar.
you know about it.
This was my pa's guitar.
Have you ever seen him play it?
You know what? I'm sure I have in my childhood. It was really the other one,
Gibson?
the Kalamazoo, that I remember, and the banjo. I was really enamored with how all his fingers could move to do the rolls on the banjo. As a child, I remember
Really?
just like, what is happening right now, and the sound that came from it, because it was such like a tinny, resonating sound. Just really kind of captivated me as a little human.
So when we got this guitar, it was unplayable because the tuning pegs were crumbled off.
They literally
As I tried
off.
to tune it, they
Yeah.
would just crumble and fall off, and they
Yeah.
wouldn't turn very well, even with
Yeah.
pliers. So they'd kind of seized up and fallen apart, so it was unplayable.
It was in disrepair. It had sat for a little while.
However, got a hold of it,
You loved on it.
took all the strings off, put new tuning pegs on it, tuned it up, adjusted the intonation, which for those that don't know is basically making sure that your 12th fret plays the same note 1 octave above the open fret. Because if it's not intonated correctly, then it'll be out of tune.
I didn't know that.
See how it's the same?
I do see how it's the same.
So on this particular guitar, you do that by adjusting the bridge forward and backwards, because they call this a floating bridge, meaning that it doesn't sit in one
It's
place.
not screwed into the
It's not
body of the
screwed in.
guitar.
Right, so
Okay.
it's adjustable. So
All right.
on this particular guitar, you adjust it by moving it forward and backwards.
You know what I believe when I played violin, that it had a floating bridge on there because you had to kind
A lot of
of
times
reset
violins
up
do
the
have it.
bridge every time you changed the
Very
strings.
common to arch tops because of the way that they are, and
Which a
hollow bodies
violin
because they
has,
can't
yeah.
really screw in. It
Yeah.
would just pull out, you know?
Yeah. Also, I believe it messed with the sound of the instrument. So, yeah. So this used to be, I don't know if you guys can see it, this looks like an olive green, kind of goldish color, but this was once upon a time blue. And I think we might have
Yeah.
showed you in a previous
So,
chat some of the blue, because
so
it's on the
I was
back.
gonna, I was
You
going to
can
ask
see,
you what
yeah.
color you would call this.
Yeah, this, I would say
Green.
it's like a sage green. If you look at it in some lights, it looks like a gold. It's
So,
a
yeah,
bit gold.
Take a look. You can see the green. Now, if you look very closely to the bridge there, you'll see a blue triangle. And the blue triangle is, it was underneath the bridge. So,
Oh, right there?
Yeah, so when I
Yeah,
moved it back, you
yeah.
can see the blue there.
Well, isn't there some on the back that's blue? I can't remember. I thought
So,
there was a little
no,
spot.
there was some
Okay.
underneath the tuning pegs.
Okay, that's right.
Basically, so what
That's right.
happens is,
Yeah, you can see it. Back
yeah, the
there.
Kentucky blue. They actually called this Kentucky blue.
Okay.
So it was that bright blue color that's right there against the white. This was white, not cream.
I mean,
So
you
it's-
could also see that there
yeah.
a little bit. Yeah.
So it was white and blue, Kentucky blue. And what actually has happened is it's not that the color's changed. It's that there's a clear coat over the top. And the clear coat yellows.
Oh,
So yellow and blue make,
green.
exactly.
And sometimes gold.
Yeah. So it's like an antique
I mean, it's
yellow.
It is
amber.
organically aged.
So the amber and white make a amberish white color.
Okay. I like
So-
it. It's got a good feel to it. And when Dave first played it, he was like, "No, I'm gonna love on this. This needs some good love to it because it has
Yeah.
kind of a." When he first picked it up, he said it had
Some
kind
Lego.
of a like, and this is not a disparagement. This is a descriptor, a trashy blues kind of sound to it, which would be what I would classify as Tom Waits or Sondhaus, that kind of a little more trash can
Well,
blues.
Let me tell you a little bit
yeah.
about the guitar when it
Yes,
came
please.
out. So, interesting. Silvertone. Do you know anything about Silvertone, the company?
It's not silver.
No. So Silvertone was a guitar manufactured specifically for Sears and Roebuck Company.
You did tell me this. Yeah.
So this particular guitar, the Kentucky Blue Silvertone arch top model, how much do you think that it sold new for? And so this guitar would have been new in like I want to say they offered it about 14 or 15 years. I don't know exactly. You have to look it up. But they offered it for a little over a dozen years, I believe, starting in the late 40s to the early 50s.
Okay.
Early 60s, rather. So pretty big in the 50s.
I couldn't
sold.
even guess.
Yeah, how much do you think it was?
No
sell for?
idea.
Wild guess. In the Sears and Roebuck catalog, when this guitar first came out, it was offered for
$28.
$19.95.
Let's go.
later on towards the end of its run, I guess you
Yeah.
could say, it was sold
$28.
They upped the price to $24.95.
Wow, I'm still overpricing
Yeah.
it. Well, I gotta say too, like in this household, I remember again, as a child, my grandmother would always get the Sears catalog. You know, that chonky Sears catalog, and we would go through it and pick out the things that we wanted for Christmas by circling it. So it wouldn't surprise me if she had a hand in getting a Sears.
Yeah. So the Kentucky Blue special, you know, it
Guitar-
wasn't
it's
meant to
hurting
be.
my
I'm
hip.
sorry, it wasn't meant to be really expensive guitar. It was like a starter guitar for a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know, the action would probably. I've fixed the action as much as I could. Really, to make it better, I would have to take this off, shave it down, and then maybe possibly risk breaking it because it's so small. So yeah, it's great, but it definitely has its own sound.
You
right?
can see here where it's not the traditional, what is it, like abalone binding. It's a painted on binder right there.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's not an actual
You can see where it's kind of
binder.
faded off, like.
Because it's been very
It's
played.
emulating a more expensive guitar where they would actually
It's not abalone.
bevel that
what is
edge.
it?
They would bevel that edge, and a lot of times it's just plastic binding.
Just plastic binding.
Yeah, but
or
then
wood. I know
sometimes
it's
they'll
been
do with like a wood
yeah.
herringbone, or like on more expensive guitars they'll do like a really nice wood ribbon, like a more expensive like
Mm-hmm.
a tiger maple or rosewood, or like abalone. Sometimes they'll do the abalone or the shell type of
I
thing.
think the abalone is usually in the fretboard though.
like on the
that.
Martin, it
It's
has a
pretty.
herringbone, which is like a alternating
Yes.
wood, like
Yes.
little tiny
That's
tiny
a lot.
pieces. It's a
That's
lot.
a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
Yeah, that's a lot.
So there's lots of different things, or they can just do like a plastic binding. This guitar has no binding at all on the neck,
Yes.
no binding on the guitar. So it wasn't really meant to be a budget guitar, a learner's guitar. A lot of people call them student guitars.
Okay.
You know, and you were meant to learn your chords. Let's open chords.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it definitely has its own sound because nowadays, you know, you hear this. It's the sound of like it was a more mass-produced guitar. A lot of you know, blues musicians and things like
I
that,
think, like,
especially as they were
buskers.
up and coming
Yeah.
buskers, maybe not want to take their best guitar out,
Yeah.
or they would also you know, maybe not have the money for a more expensive
Right.
guitar. So this is what you'd hear a lot
Yeah.
of times.
Yeah.
Strumming on the sidewalks.
Yeah.
And the rough voices behind them.
Yeah. Because you had to try and be loud enough to be heard. So people would blow out their voices. Yeah.
Yep. So you'd sing
Yep.
over this,
Yeah.
busking on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Playing it. It's the sound we associate now with juke joints. You know.
Yes. Yeah. Trashy blues. Yeah. Like. It's got to be something in the settings we can set up
Yeah.
to like not.
I have to put it on airplane mode. See if that does it.
Okay.
So.
So anyway, careful.
Sorry about that,
Careful,
guys.
careful.
We're just learning on why it would actually. Why it would do
Yes,
that.
Sears catalog was the early form of Amazon. Yep, for sure.
I used to sit at the Sears catalog at Christmas time. My
It was a
mom
lot
would
of
be
fun,
like,
yeah.
"You have to circle the, you have
Yep,
to
that's
circle what you
exactly
want for
we did.
Christmas."
Yep.
So,
Oh, that's great, Jimmy.
what happened?
What a
Oh,
fantastic.
I'll fiddle from my grandfather.
Inherited.
Nice.
Yeah, some of those legacy things, like, well, you know, there's a lot of Sears houses out in the world. You get a house from Sears. That's a whole thing.
I love that comment. The Sears is the early form of Amazon. It
Yeah,
really
it's
kind of
pretty
was, where you get everything there. You could buy houses from the Sears catalog.
I just said that.
I know. Like I was just like it's just kind of hit me though that like you could buy that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, literally everything.
literally everything.
Yeah.
Suits, you'd buy your suit. You know, you can do whatever
Yep.
you want. Mail order it.
Yep. So Katie, it's a good tune. Yeah,
What
you
tune
talking
did she
about that
learn?
little blues tune he just did?
Oh,
Yeah.
is that
Yeah.
what she's saying?
Yeah, it's a good tune. You could play a lot of things to it. Yeah, it's like that around here sometimes. Yeah. Yeah.
She set up on Cripple Creek.
Okay, I'm gonna look back over some of the comments because I missed a whole lot. Just being engrossed about trains here. So
I get off of this mountain,
my little poll
tell you
here.
where I wanna go.
All right.
What'd you
So
find,
I
baby?
asked a poll in the beginning of what you guys thought was my favorite, because we're winding down now. What you guys thought was my favorite of the Choose Your Own Shout Out Adventure.
Choose Your Own Shout Out
One
Adventure.
or two. From back in the beginning, it looks like most people are saying 2.
Well, it's your Pa's guitar. I mean, how you gonna vote against your own Pa?
I'm just reading back over some of these.
Take me home.
Here.
Take me home, country road to a place.
Oh, you like the full band version of this? Yes, from the retro. Okay.
Who said that?
Wolfgang. Yes, some of these we do a retro of them, not because we don't like the original version that we did, but partially because we want to come here and chat about the song with you, because we find it really interesting. And since we've kind of dissected the chat from the shout out, we feel like it's important to shine a light on some of the
songwriters,
the behind the scene kind of stuff about the songs
that people don't talk about anymore.
Yeah, especially with some of the artists that we haven't talked about that much, like Tom Waits. So yeah,
and there's people that have jumped on the shout out train and haven't heard all the past catalogs.
Yeah. So you can always go back and look at some of those. Some of them it is because of the quality, like we've upgraded things along the way, and some of them were the audio was off, or you couldn't see it very well, or something like that. And so we have taken some videos down just because the quality wasn't good enough for. It doesn't pass muster nowadays, I guess I could say. Let's see here. So also, tell me down at the bottom, like in comment right now in chat, what's your final answer on which one you think is my favorite, 1 or 2? Also, do you have a favorite Tom Waits song? If you're hip to Tom Waits, do you have a favorite?
How about have you heard of Tom Waits?
No. So if you got a favorite song, our folks are well versed, and we've done several. Like, do you have a favorite that we've done? Yeah.
Also, so go back to the guitar that people played. It would inform how they played the music. That was one of the things I wanted to show in this particular shout out, was that the songs are going to sound different because of the playability of the instrument sometimes, and especially as you get to know the instrument, certain notes may not sound the same. One may have a lot of treble where you kind of stay away from it. Some of them may not have a lot of bass, so you're trying to add in different things to kind of fill it out, where you work in certain notes, or the playability issue of coming up high on a guitar like this. It's really hard to press down the strings the higher up you get, so you tend to be more down here. I'm not coming up to as much because the strength and the effort, and the chance of making a mistake becomes much higher with the playability issues that are inherent, I guess, with a guitar of this nature. What you learning?
I'm reading back over
all the
train
people are just
stories.
looking
It's
at your
so
forehead.
Cute. I know. I can't help it. That's part of having it so far away from the lady that can't read it.
Well,
to
you're
begin
not
with.
supposed to be reading everything that everybody says.
Well, I have to see what they said about what everything.
Okay, 2. There's 3 votes for 2.
There's several for 2 up here.
Yep. Everybody's saying that they like this version. Well, I'll tell you that my arrangement that I wanted to play was right in the second one.
Yep.
And I do think that sometimes, there's a lot of... This is also a very good study on how you may not be able to put your finger on certain things that influence the way you feel about a song.
We've learned that as musicians along the way.
I could tell you, like, a lot of the differences that people may not have picked up on. One, because of this guitar being microphoned instead of plugged in, less bass response. That means it had less competition with some of your vocal lines.
The lower bits, yeah.
And it made your voice stand out. But not only that, because of that, I had to turn up my vocal mic to pick up more of the guitar.
Which actually caught more of your
Which actually
vocal.
caught more of my vocal, which people commented on saying that that was something they liked about the second
like
break.
unintended consequences kind of a thing.
Yeah, and little subtle things. So then one major difference, I view it as major, it's a minor difference.
The different guitar.
The different guitar, of course. We were already talking about that. But one difference in the arrangement was I played a longer turnaround the first time at the first guitar break, and a shorter one the second time. And on the second take, I did a shorter one and then a longer one. So I did them in reverse order, which actually...
The second one is what we rehearsed.
The second one is the way that I meant for it to be. The
first one was a little bit of a curveball in the moment of recording.
It was a slip up in the moment. Yeah, and...
but it was imperceivable, I feel like we did it.
It's imperceivable in the fact that it doesn't sound like a mistake. However, I will say that arrangement of songs subtly play on the way you perceive the song, because
and it does add a little tension in the moment of, because we as the artists,
a later
we
tension
get in
versus an earlier tension.
We get in our head a little bit of like, was that a slip up? What was I supposed to be doing? When are they coming in? Are they going to perceive the thing I just did as my intention, or are they going to wait for me to do something different? Are we going to have to redo kind of a mentality? So you're kind of, instead of being in the music, you're sort of up here with the music, kind of looking around on it. So it gives a different bit of performance because you're in your brain a little bit more than being in your performance.
Yeah. So, no, I agree with all that you just said. And also from the perspective of the audience, it's going to be a tension because of it's coming later. There's longer time in between the vocals.
Yes.
So like, it's meant to be, traditional songs would ramp towards the end, right? With higher tension towards the end of a song. A short guitar break and right back to the lyrics adds less tension. A longer guitar break is going to add more tension to the lyrics that are coming, more anticipation. You know, so there's little subtle things that you may not even notice. Like,
I mean, if the vocal is what you're anticipating, if the next guitar break is what you're anticipating,
you're
then that's
anticipating.
So I'll end the suspense. My favorite, for several personal reasons, is number 2. So everybody that guessed number 2, you are correct. I did not, however, dislike the first take. Really, I would have been happy with it if we weren't trying out this guitar. I would have said, let's go with it. I feel like it was a really good, solid take. Let's move along.
Because the way we approached it was we said, all right, let's do this. I'm going to just use, like, we know the song really well because we perform it.
Yeah.
Let's just go ahead and we're going to lay it down with the regular guitar.
Yeah. Because we know that
it'll be usable.
Will be usable.
And then once we have that down, we'll just switch over to the other guitar and we'll record it. And if it works, maybe we'll use that. And if it don't, then we won't.
Yes.
And if it's negligible, you know, or if there's any questions about it, we'll just pick one. We'll pick the better of the two and put it up.
Which, I mean...
But then hearing the two, we were kind of like, we were both undecided.
Yeah.
Even though we both were like, I kind of wanted to use this just because of the guitar.
Yes.
But also...
And because when you first saw it, you were like, this is like a Tom Waits sounding guitar.
After when I started mixing it down, I wanted all you guys to know why we chose this one over the other one and what we thought, you know?
Yeah.
And,
well, I will say this, too.
Why we would switch guitars for a week.
Whenever I do a recording performance, whether it's the shout-out or when we're recording our originals, my feeling for how the take went has a lot to do with my decision-making process. So if it feels good in my body, if that take feels like it was authentic, that take feels a little bit better. For one, I took a breath a little bit better. I didn't make as much lip noise. You know, the little tiny minutia of doing a recording. I will gravitate towards something that ticks more of the boxes. I still want it to be organic. I still want it to have some of those little imperfections in it because we're all about creating authentic, organic, human music. So, like, that's part of...
No AI allowed in the music.
No AI in the music. So I understand people's feeling about using AI as tools and helpmates in your task-oriented things, but not in art. Not in our art, anyway.
So quick look ahead as we wind down.
Yes.
Last week
Thank you guys for being here.
Last week we did the Escape song, Pina Colada.
We did.
I forgot it. Something. And we did the Escape song.
Yes.
We have talked about kicking off a few rounds of drinking songs.
Yeah.
Somebody actually mentioned the beverage that is going to be featured next week.
Okay.
And we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're gonna do a little mini beverage theme.
Little mini beverage theme for the next few weeks.
Also,
Snazzy Hat Lady, we see you. Thanks for joining us.
The next 2 weeks, we are not going to be doing the live chat. We're going to be on the road and unable to have reliable Wi-Fi and whatnot. It's already semi-unreliable even here where we have things halfway normal figured out. So we're just not even going to go through the headache of while we're away on trying to make shows, trying to get miles in between us and the next gig. We're not even going to attempt to do. So for the next 2 weeks, we're not going to do the live chat on Monday, but we'll be back with you after a short succession of
Okay, you say that, but we may try to go live on Monday when we're in Bar Harbor 2 weeks from now.
I mean, we might. We
might try to go live next week. You never know. Just be ready. You never know what happens.
The plan is not to do it right now, but if you see a notification, that's another way. I mean, you should just subscribe so you get notified when we're going to be
subscribe. And you know what I was thinking is that we need to expand our. We've been talking about. I don't know how people feel about it, but I think that we've been talking about. Back in the day, we used to get people's mailing list, and we used to mail them things our schedules in the mail. Back in my early band days. Yeah. That'd be kind of nice to do. But then also, I was thinking it'd be nice to have people's phone numbers if they want to share them at some point in the future. And we could text them when we go live.
Yeah, not on any kind of public forum. I'm just telling you guys, don't put your number in the chat.
But ever. I don't know that we should collect some of that stuff because it'd be fun for maybe... it'd be fun to have some maybe Patreons and patrons that we could call up live from a show and be like, hey...
Like the Zoom call.
Yeah. Hey, check this out.
You guys want to be on a Zoom call at a live show? Okay, let's see. All right, we're going to call it for tonight. It's chicken bedtime. We got to go take care of them babies. Thank you guys so much for being with us, for the shout-outs, for the chats, and we will see you for sure in a few weeks. If you are out on the East Coast at all, also, you can come join us. We're going to be out on tour, going up through New Jersey and Pennsylvania, up into Bar Harbor, Maine, and around.
So for sure, we got... Coming up this week.
Greenville, Tennessee.
Coming up this week, we got Granville, Tennessee. We have Lebanon, Tennessee. We want to see you guys out there for those, especially you local folks.
Our local folks,
And then we have Greenville, Tennessee for you Eastern Tennesseers. And then we're going to have Elliott, Maine, my hometown. Mm-hmm. We're going to have Bar Harbor, Maine. Mm-hmm. We're going to have South Egremont, Massachusetts, Cumberland, Maryland, Atlantic City, Kenneth Square,
PA.
PA. Check out our website. You'll know where we're coming.
Yeah, if you guys are out there, come join us. We're going to have a great time.
Looking forward to seeing you really soon. Hey, there's Glenn Spaeth checking in right as we're getting ready to hang out.
Yeah.
We're going to be out your way, Glenn. We were just saying we're going to be out there at
Greenville,
Tennessee. Hope we can see you.
Yeah.
Sharing the things. If you missed the talk about the guitar and you're just joining us late, Snazzy Hat Lady and Glenn and whoever else joined us late, you want to find out about guitar, we just finished up talking about that. Rewind and go check it out. As always, like, share, subscribe, share your comments in the chat below. And if you know just one person that you think would like the shout outs or just a shout out you can think of.
Or the chat, the stories
a Tom Waits
fan,
them. Maybe a story behind them. Please share.
Yeah.
Please share. What we're doing with other people because we don't have a record label. We don't have any money behind us.
We don't.
And we're just living our dream.
Yeah, we sell eggs on the side of the road.
We sell eggs on the side of the road to help pay the bills.
And CDs to people that don't own CD players.
And vinyl records for people that don't have record players.
Y'all, anything you can do
the country
supports
trying to put
us.
money in our gas tank. So anything you can do, please do those things.
Yeah,
and we'll see you really soon. Thank you for hanging out with us for another chat. We won't keep you anymore because it's been about an hour now. So we got to go feed some chickens, put them to bed.
Y'all have a good night.
Have a good night.
Thank you.